game for dudes in their 20s. I got a bunch of different things I need to put you on, 5 different proverbs of the game that you need to know as a young man as you go from young child to young man. You feel me? So I'm going to give them to y'all after I take a sip of this Pellegrino. That's good shit. I'm Kevin Robinson Jr., if you don't know who I am already. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hit the sub button. Make sure that you hit that bell button to be notified every time I drop some good game here. Let's get into it. So this is tips for dudes in their 20s. This is game for dudes in their 20s, all right? So number one, fellas, if you're in your 20s right now and you have no kids, no kids. Now, if you got kids, this ain't for you. But it's for dudes in their 20s with no kids. Number one, nigga, you are not obligated to play stepdaddy to some chick's kids, bro. If you are in your 20s right now and you have no kids, even if you're in your 30s and you have no kids, you are not obligated to play stepdaddy, especially in your 20s, because your 20s is a time where you're supposed to be growing, experimenting. You're supposed to be figuring out what you want. You're supposed to be dating all different types of women to figure out what type of woman would be perfect for me to be my wife. You dig what I'm saying? So don't do the stepdaddy shit. There's nothing honorable about being a stepdaddy. You feel me? I feel like a lot of dudes get roped into this whole it's honorable to take care of somebody else's kid shit. Fuck that. I just think back to this. My parents broke up when I was 6 years old, and my mom was 26 at the time. And I remember all types of dudes she dated. And I think back, like, I wouldn't have been able to do it. I've never dated a woman with kids before. Never. Nah, I'm not doing that. My father told me that shit when I was a teenager. Don't date a woman with kids. Because when you're in your 20s, you just want to be able to go get up and go do shit. You should be able to text your girl you dating like, all right, let's go to happy hour later. And she like, all right, cool. What time? Not, let's go to happy hour. Oh, let me see if I can get a babysitter. No. So if you a bossed up individual young man, don't feel like you gotta date a woman with kids. And I get it. Single mothers have the best vajayjay. I didn't heard that. You dig what I'm saying? Single moms be on that gok 35,000. I understand that. She got that gok 16.02 brand new iOS. I understand that, my nigga. But at the end of the day, if you're trying to boss the fuck up, and a lot of y'all, if you one of these niggas where you look at pussy like the Super Bowl trophy, just getting some ass is a Super Bowl trophy to you, you're an average dude, and this ain't for you. But for my guys that want to be above average, do not play stepdaddy. No baby, no stepdaddy shit. You feel me? A lot of y'all niggas look real corny playing stepdaddy to some chicks' kids, and you ain't even got no kids. Now, if you got kids and y'all want to do the Brady Bunch thing, that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you're a young dude, you 26, she 26, and she got kids, no. She fucked her life up already. You don't have to deal with that shit. Number two, no roommates. And what I mean by no roommates is this, fellas. Do not, a lot of y'all do this shit. And I've seen this a lot. I've seen this with my parents. My parents had me at 19. And I've seen my parents move in with their boyfriend. My mom move in with her boyfriend. My dad move in with his girlfriend. And in their 20s, it didn't work out. So what happens is most people I know that move in with their boyfriend or girlfriend, most dudes I know that move in with their girlfriend, after you sign a year lease, right? After about 3 or 4 months, you get tired. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to break up before the lease or right when the lease ends after 12 months. So I know you be thinking like, well, you know what? She always at my house. You know what I'm saying? I'm always at her house. Now that's cool. Like if she got a toothbrush and she got a little corner in the closet, you feel me? That's cool. You got a couple of pair of sneakers at her house and shit. That's cool. But the roommate shit, If you cannot afford to live by yourself, or you cannot afford to live, you need to live with someone else, do not move in with your girl. Do not do that shit. Don't let her move in your spot. Don't do none of that shit. You feel me? Don't do none of that. Don't let her move in your house. And this means too, even if she got her own spot, you got your own spot. And this is for y'all dudes that you meet a chick within the first year, within the first couple of months. You know, oh, we moving in, bro. You only known this chick since the 4th of July, and it's fucking October, and you trying to move in with her just because you want to have some pussy land right there with you every morning. When all you gotta do is get your own spot, or if you gonna have a roommate, get a roommate with your best friend. You know, roommate with your best friend. Roommate, uh, get a real roommate. Don't do the whole fake marriage shit where you move in with your girl you barely know just because you want to be laid up with some pussy all day. Don't do that shit, bro. Don't do that. That shit never works. Never works, okay? So if you've known a chick less than a year, do not move in with her. Don't let her move in your spot. She don't need a key to your house. None of that shit. You're not married. You're just dating. You feel what I'm saying? There's a big difference between dating and marriage. And I feel like a lot of y'all, when y'all get in a relationship, you treat it like you're married. You're not married. No roommates. So, and this is another one too. This is a bonus one. If you already live with somebody, or you planning on moving in with them, you just like, nah, I don't give a fuck what kids say. I'm just gonna do it anyway. Make sure you got emergency. You got yourself an escape plan. Make sure you got a Dillinger escape plan. Make sure you got that. Uh, Dillinger was a bank robbery, a bank robber during the 30s, and he was known for his escape plans. Like he always was getting gone. You want to make sure you got you a fucking escape route. So if you move in with somebody, you live with somebody right now, fellas, and it's cool right now, stack your paper. So if ever she wake up and she like, I'm cool on you, you can just pack your shit and leave, because you're only one check away from being homeless when you live with somebody else. Never forget that shit. Number 3, hit that fucking sub button. I'll wait. There you go. Number 3, fuck. And now listen to this one. Fuck with the chick that like you, not the one that you like. Fuck with the chick that like you, not the one that you like. Now, what does that mean? That means if you got a chick, I don't care how bossed up you are, you could be the prettiest nigga in the world with 6'8" pack, and you feel me, you make 17 million a year, and you fuck bitches like a porn star and all this other shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that. There's always gonna be a woman that you like that don't fuck with you like that at all. You feel me? She like you like her way more than she like you. So it's an unrequited love type of situation. You feel me? You might have a situation where you got fucking hella. I'm talking about this for the single fellas. You might be a young dude, and every woman, 90% of the women you went across want to be with you, but you're not fucking with them like that. But you got that one woman you like a whole lot, but she don't fuck with you like that. Don't chase that bitch. That bitch is gonna cause you headaches and stress and sleepless nights, your hair falling out, your hair turning gray all early. Nigga, you only 26, you already going gray, and you did. Not a good situation. Fuck with the chick that like you, not the one that you like. You dig what I'm saying? So you want the woman that's behind you, not the bitch. Because you in your 20s, 9 times 10, you only like her because she thick or she pretty as fuck. You know, she a little thick bitch, and you wanna knock her down, but she don't fuck with you like that. You know what I'm saying? And we all have been there. We all have had chicks that we want to fuck with. We like more than she like us. I don't care how player you are. You dig? I done been there. I definitely done had one where I liked her more than she liked me, and the bitch was stressing me out. You know what I'm saying? She was stressful. And the ones that liked me, I ended up getting married. So the woman I got with was a woman that was really behind me. You dig what I'm saying? So you want to fuck with a chick that's with you 110%. Not the bitch that only fuck with you on some seasonal fair weather shit, only when you got the bag or whatever the fuck. So fuck with the chick that like you, not the chick that you like. You understand me? So if you really up on game, you should understand that. Number 4, stay on your health, fellas. Stay on your health. I know I say this shit a lot. Stay on your health, man. I wish I would have had somebody 10 years older than me giving me this game. You know what I'm saying? I was just talking to one of my mentees, man. He's 10 years younger than me. And I'll be giving him so much game. And I'll be telling him, man, like, I wish I had, when my 20s, I had somebody 10 years older than me, 15 years older than me, just giving me game. I didn't have no older brother. I didn't have no uncle that was about 10, 15 years older than me. I had to learn everything on my own for the most part. You know what I mean? So I wish I had somebody tell me back then, Kev, stay in the gym, bro. Stop drinking so fucking much, bro. That's gonna help you. You're gonna gain hella weight fucking with that shit. I wish somebody would have told me, bro, quit partying so much, quit going out every goddamn night, you know? Quit taking your stress out on yourself in unhealthy ways. Stay on your health, fellas, especially with your mental health. You dig what I'm saying? And that's the main thing. Like, whatever you going through, man, like by the time you 25 years old, if you a black man from a neighborhood like mine, from a hood, you done seen hella niggas get killed, all type of shit. Um, and you gotta have a release, even if it's not therapy, you know. Doing these videos is therapeutic for me, keep it real. Um, Shit, I'm recording my fucking therapy sessions and giving it out to the world. You know what I'm saying? So stay on top of your health. And the last one is this. The last one is this, fellas. All them years don't add up to quality. All them years. And I know I said them years, but that's the point. All them years don't add up to quality. Now, what do I mean by that? Usually by the time you are 26, 27, 28, 29, you have a quarter life crisis at 25. And you start to question certain things about your life, right? You start to question, am I moving in the right direction? Excuse me. You start to question that. You start to question, am I professionally where I need to be? Usually, when you get to about 28, 29, you start to look at your friendships differently. Um, the friendships you created at the first, in your early 20s was when you were in college or college age, and you know, it was frivolous. It was most of the friends I created in college were through proximity. I've had two really great lifelong friends I met in college, but everybody else around that period that I don't really deal with anymore, I stopped. I started to veer off and we started to split like around 25, 26. And around 29, almost 30, you come to a time where you feel like 30, I'm an adult now. Oh, I'm bossed up. I got to have this by 30. You know, a lot of women feel like by 30, I have to be married and have kids. A lot of dudes by 30 feel like they got to be at a certain point too. Really look at it like this, bro. Um, Most of the time, we count the years that we've known somebody. Oh, I've known this has been my friend since I was 20 and you're 29, or I've known this person since I was 18 and you're 28, and I've known them 10 years. So, you know, I'm gonna count the years rather than I'm gonna count the quality. Look, bro, I did that shit in my 20s and I cut off a lot of people in my early 30s who were people I befriended in my early 20s who we had nothing in common anymore. Um, I had a bunch of friendships, man, I created in my early 20s where It was just frivolous, proximity. And then once we got to our 30s, we had nothing in common, absolutely nothing. Um, if you're an ambitious person, in college, you need to only befriend ambitious people, people that are action oriented. Don't be the friend that's a hustler and you got three or four people around you that are just on some socialist, uh, let me bitch and complain and hopefully I will get a reparations check type of niggas. Like I have friends like that in my past who were on that super power to the people socialist shit. And I'm a pure capitalist. And in college, I was a hustler, but I wasn't no capitalist yet. But I'm full blown now. And it's like our friendships didn't make sense. So quit counting the years of how long you've known somebody. Count the quality. My biggest supporters have been complete strangers. Two of my really good friends right now that I've befriended in the last 5 years were people that just listened to my podcast I had. I had a podcast called Kevin Hates Hip Hop that was a top rated iTunes US philosophy charts, top 100 rated US philosophy charts on iTunes podcasts. And I had that podcast running from 2014 till last year. So I had it for 7 years. And I met some good people off of there, man. Like I have two of my really good friends right now, or people I've known less than 5 years, who have been bigger supporters to me than any of them niggas I knew for 20 years. You dig what I'm saying? So don't count the years, count the quality. Because you might be friends with someone for 10 years, but only two of them are great and eight of them are shit. You dig what I'm saying? That was game for dudes in their 20s. Um, that's it, fellas. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and y'all niggas be safe, man.